G'day everybody, welcome back to our playthrough of Starfield, episode, I think this is 114 or something like that. Hope you guys are well. We've just finished having a chat with Simon Rychek up there, who's given us a few details about a project between Infinity and Deimos. And I think the project's name is called Dominion. Now, our task with Ryujin Industries is essentially to steal the details of this project. So we're going to need to sort of figure out how to achieve that. Oh, by the way, we did secure ourselves the Ember, which is this nice version of the Solstice. Where is it? There. And this thing hits hard, man. I mean, it does like burning damage and all that sort of stuff as well to enemies. So definitely worthwhile. I'm glad that we actually got to keep this thing rather than, you know, turn it into Simon. He's probably not going to need it anyway. So, you know, better put it to good use. But yeah, so we do have a few slates that we can take a look at, and we did actually look at those slates towards the end of the episode. And it's really all about the, I guess the schedule that that this guy is following. I can't remember the name of the slates actually, but and we've got a long list of slates. Retrieve the project Dominion files. Have to find a way to access Stanley Macmillan's computer in the Deimos Star Yard's corporate office and download the files to the untraceable storage slate. Right, so essentially we need to just go into the offices here. We do work for Deimos anyway, so it's like, you know, even if we hung around here, you know, people are not going to be too suspicious about us being here.
It must be a fun job, or else why would we keep getting so many applicants?
Our boss, Peter Brennan, who's kind of the useless boss.
Say, you look familiar.
Doesn't even remember us.
But I can't place it. Must have seen you in passing or something. Have a good one.
Alright. So if we use Stanley's computer right now, we would definitely get into trouble. Though, I don't know. I thought we could potentially get access to the files in a different way. I mean, using Peter Brennan's computer seems to be okay. I can't remember if we've actually looked at this. I think we have actually, because there was part of that mission that we needed to access his computer. Right. I don't like how he's just standing there.
Ought to remove those dreadful little cartoon pictures on the walls around town. They clash with the metal wall aesthetic.
Okay, he's gone. No one's here, so we may as well. And if we can just do it without getting noticed right now, that's an easy job done. So we could do that. I think that's probably a good option. Try and unlock these. Yeah. Good times. Alright, let's take a look here. So, yeah, this is the presentation. We're probably needing to download that. Let's take a look at his inbox as well. From Nina Hart. Be prepared. Hey Stanley, just checking up to make sure you've properly prepared for this meeting. Lucas expects you to be prepared, so be sure to at least be familiar with the reps that are coming. Don't expect me to cover for you this time. Cillian Campbell, IT Maintenance. Greetings. Several of our servers will be briefly coming down from maintenance. Some remote users may experience an interruption in connectivity/service with Infinity Limited Services. The maintenance and reboot should be brief. Maintenance window 3 AM to 3:15 AM. Please direct any questions or concerns to the IT department via our ticket system. Alis Ortiz, your trip. Hey Stanley, below is your itinerary for the upcoming trip to Sidonia. Please remember to log all receipts for reimbursement upon return. Transportation, Trident Luxury Lines Transport, B-Class, New Atlantis to Sidonia. Confirmation 1X495B. Accommodations, Lux Condominiums. Yeah, so there's the option to actually maybe go to his Lux Condominiums, maybe? I'm not entirely sure. Harmon Spalding, congrats. Congrats on the deal, Stan. Told you things would be looking up. This is your chance to get back on track. Drinks tonight? I'm buying. Nina Hart, Quantum Synergies. Good afternoon. As you know, our deal with Quantum Synergies has fallen through. This makes our focus on selling Project Dominion even more important. We have our first meeting with Deimos Staryards just around the corner. Stanley McMillan has been chosen to head this up. This is our #1 priority, so any requests coming through from either Stanley or myself in regards to this deal should be considered critical. We expect your full support. Regards, Nina Hart. Everything's riding on this deal, I guess, and we're just swooping in. Quantum Synergies. Good afternoon. As you know, our deal with Oh, right. This is the same one. My bad. Yep. All right. And then we've got meeting minutes, or no, meeting, just, I guess, meetings. Talking points for Deimos presentation. When? 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Where are your desk? Okay. And here we go. Please select the file you wish to open. Ooh, okay, it's protected. Deimos representatives. Chief Executive Officer Mason Stedman, sell concept of guaranteed deal. Reviving the Deimos name. Senior VP Nora Morwitz, just be on board. Stedman's most trusted advisor, sell on job security and control. Chief Operations Officer Jamal Gershin, sell on advantage over competition. Sure. Chief Security Officer London Fjord, selling on reducing risk. Stress shielding component in the works, only if brought up. And that's it. Can't access this. We can hack it though. It's a novice lock, so yeah, I mean, should be pretty easy to do. Yeah, I think this is pretty obvious. Yeah, these companies really ought to invest in a little bit more cybersecurity, I would say. Because this is way too easy. Loading presentation, error, failed to run, cannot open file, requires additional decryption. Download the files, return to Ularu at Ryujin Tower. Files are encrypted. Yep, okay. So I'm guessing they will break the encryption there at Ryujin. Right, cool. Nothing ever happened. Even the boss doesn't really know what's going on. I mean, he barely knows what's going on in the day-to-day operations of his own company anyway, so... alright, so... guess we need to sort of decide what we want to do next. We can turn this in straight away to our boss's boss, Ularu, but I'm thinking maybe we want to get into a few other things before we make it back to Neon. And I'm sort of looking at the activity list here. There's a few things we could probably do that's not just locations of certain people and things. So for example, there's a scientist by the tree. I'm guessing this is by the tree in either Aquila City or New Atlantis. Then there's visiting Vladimir's house. I'm not sure where Vladimir's house is. We've had this in our list for a very long time. And then apparently there's a distress call in the Charybdis system, which we could also go to. And that might, you know, also be a good time for us to look into a few other, I guess, random, you know, search and destroy quests here that we've picked up just for a little bit of extra cash and looting. I reckon we'll do this one first. So talk to the scientist by the tree. That's probably because we've passed the area or the general vicinity and we've picked up that quest as a result, and we probably have had it sitting in there for a very long time now. Right, let's have a chat with this guy, see what he wants. Kelton Frush.
I'm sorry, I really can't afford to be distracted. I need to get to the bottom of this.
Is something wrong? You sound concerned.
Yes, concerned is an understatement. I work for the scientific division of MAST. I've been studying this tree for quite some time, and it appears to be exhibiting some worrying signs. Are you familiar with this particular specimen? Do you understand its importance? Look, I have a lot of work to do here. If you're just going to gawk, I'd ask that you move on. If you can actually assist me, however, I would appreciate it. I don't normally solicit help from random passersby, but it seems an exception is necessary. Would you be willing to retrieve some additional data for me?
Sure, I'd love to help.
Well, thank you. That's unexpected. There's a series of biosensors I've placed in various locations around New Atlantis, all calibrated to gather pertinent information. They've been running for long enough that I think it's time to collect and analyze their findings. If you would bring them to me, that would save time.
Okay, so it looks like a fetch quest here, so locate the biosensors. No worries, we'll do that. We also picked up that quest before, or towards the end of the previous episode, right? Like this one here, refurbished goods. Go to the abandoned industrial compound and try and retrieve these goods and liberate it from pirates, or spacers, or other undesirables. Okay, so there's a few sites here we need to go to, right? So locate the biosensors. Well, it seems like we've got biosensors over here, over there. For some reason, maybe we might need to take the train. Maybe there's one in the starport or something. That's fine. Let's grab these things. Complete this mission. I have no idea if perhaps maybe it might lead to something else. Reliant Medical. I can't remember if we've actually been into Reliant Medical here in New Atlantis. May as well just explore a little bit.
We
The
offer
doctor.
only the best care in New Atlantis. If there's anything you need, please don't hesitate to ask.
Alexei Lebedev.
Welcome to Reliant. If you're in need of medical assistance or require supplies, I am sure we can accommodate you.
Tell me more about Reliant Medical.
Well, everyone knows Reliant, largest medical provider in the settled systems. They've spent decades advancing medical science with their research division, and have built an entire supply network to keep us all healthy. They've always been quite proud to work here.
You must see a lot of patients.
Well, of course, New Atlantis is a big place. Lots of people, which means no shortage of injuries, communicable diseases. But we're well staffed and do our best to accommodate anyone who needs help.
Alright.
Take care of yourself.
Doesn't seem like he's a quest giver or anything like that, so... probably don't need to be here. Perhaps maybe later down the line, who knows. Or perhaps maybe he's just unique because he's a vendor. And that's why. Alright, let's go this way.
I asked my boss what they're doing to stop you aliens.
I feel like if we picked up this mission earlier on, it would have been really, really good, because we would have gotten to explore New Atlantis early on in the playthrough, instead of right now when we've, you know, already spent quite a lot of time here. Yeah, then there's the whole planet of New Jemison, sorry, not New Jemison, of Jemison itself that we haven't exactly explored, have we? So despite the, what, I guess, well, 114 hours, I guess, of playing the game, there's still plenty to do. Grab that biosensor, and let's go for the other ones. Yeah, we can maybe go through here, see what this place is all about. I remember we almost took this pathway to try and get somewhere, thinking that it would be a shortcut, but in actual fact I think this is probably the longer way round. Okay, there must be another biosensor out there. I wonder if I can just boost my way there. Sweet. Grab you. Yeah, plenty of stuff here in New Atlantis. I feel like I need to spend a little bit more time just hanging around, maybe seeing if there are any additional people to speak to. CJs. What is this, a bar? Or maybe he just sells snacks? Or maybe he's a convenience store. Yeah, it looks like it.
Come on in. Take a look around.
You like it here in New Atlantis?
You kidding me? Nowhere else like it in the settled systems. First time I came here as a kid, I knew I was gonna come back and make my mark on this city. Nowhere I'd rather be. And now that I've got this place up and running, it's all coming together.
How's business?
Nice and steady. Just the way I like it. I've got a good location, plenty of foot traffic, and a ton of people who are in a hurry and need to make a quick stop for the essentials. If things keep going this way, I'm gonna start opening franchises all over the settled systems.
Nice. Let's see what you have for sale.
Yeah, let's get you settled.
Okay, so you can't buy, like, materials or anything like that, but plenty of aid here. And... okay, unfortunately no wine. Unless he's got chunks wine. No, I don't think so. I was gonna say I would like to buy a little bit of wine if I can, but... yeah, he's got like just the basics really. So let's not worry about any of that.
Have a good one.
When we head back to Neon, I need to make a note of buying more wines and maybe more velocity as well. Just stock up so we can, you know, obviously persuade people a lot more effectively. Athena Tower. We've been to Athena Tower before when we had that engagement ring issue. We still got the engagement ring too. I don't know what we're really going to be doing with it. Can we buy some chunks wine from here?
What am I in the mood for today?
You really should decide. Please?
Where can we buy the stuff from? This guy?
Welcome to Chunks. Please choose your chunks.
What exactly are chunks made from?
I just serve the chunks. I don't make them.
I'd like to buy some chunks then.
Great. What can I get for you?
Let's see. Ooh, chunks wine. Yes. Plus 8% persuasion. Not too bad in terms of mass, so I'll buy all of it. We'll use these to try and persuade people when we need to. It's not the highest increase, but that's okay. Pioneer Tower, this is where that restaurant is. Let's grab that. Okay, this biosensor is in a very weird position. And yeah, I guess there's probably one more at the spaceport. Little playground. No, at the commercial district. Yeah, overall this is a really good quest to sort of get your bearings, which I sort of wished that I did earlier on. Massive space for Terra Brew there. That's quite a nice outdoor space, actually. Okay. I don't recall seeing any of this before.
They'll have our table ready soon.
So, Whetstone.
Come early. You know they'll be late.
It's a matter of...
Welcome to Whetstone.
Always wind up waiting forever.
Alara Catrango.
If you're looking for the best cut of meat in the settled systems, look no further.
Well, I'll try not to fill up on their...
Does all of your food come from local sources?
You must be joking. I have an exclusive contract with the Trade Authority. It's all shipped in from off-world. And no, I'm not divulging the planet of origin.
I'd like to see what you have on the menu.
Why wouldn't you?
Ooh, we've got some wines here. Yes, yes, yes. Let's buy these. We'll just go with the Riesling for now, because we've got plenty of the chunks wines, and yeah, I don't want to overload ourselves here with too much stuff, which it seems like we do have a bit of a weight issue now. We might have to do some selling. Got a little bit of apparel here that I probably can get rid of. And yeah, this spacesuit as well. I'll try and see if I can sell it somewhere. What is this place? Argos Extractors. Huh. So Argos actually has an office. That's interesting. Why do we need to speak to this kid?
Are you looking for eggs too? I've only found one so far, but I want to find more before anyone else does. So if you see some, can you tell me?
The egg you found wasn't beeping, was it?
Yeah, it was. Weird, right? Miss Seng over at UC Distribution bought the one I found, and she said she might buy more if I can find them. I could really use the credits.
UC Distribution. Okay. So he's found one of the sensors, but then he's sold it off. Okay then, well... let's follow the breadcrumbs.
Been up there, huh? Space? Must be cool.
Wonder if we've got any unique people to speak to around here.
Mark my words. Someday, I'll be running the Office of Interstellar Affairs.
Avery Tell.
I can't get enough of all the trees around here.
Are you from New Atlantis?
No, I'm from Neon. I moved here a couple months ago for a job at the Office of Interstellar Affairs.
What's the Office of Interstellar Affairs?
It's a part of MAST's administrative wing. We handle relations between the UC and the Freestar Collective. One of our main focuses is making sure the armistice stays intact. I don't think anybody wants another war.
Ah, yeah, speaking of the armistice, we still have that Terramorph quest line to follow through on. How do you like living here?
Oh, I love it. I think New Atlantis is the most beautiful place in the settled systems. I can't believe how many trees there are in the city.
Yeah, I would say this is probably a better place to live than Neon City, that's for sure. It's actually very easy to beat Neon City, to be honest. I hope you're settling in well.
Thanks. Maybe I'll see you around.
Do you work around here?
Yeah, I work at MAST, in the Office of Interstellar Affairs. I'm a sort of liaison between the UC and the Freestar Collective. I help solve communication problems.
Yeah,
doesn't
we've heard
sound
that
all
before.
that exciting to you, but I love it. I've been interested in a diplomatic career since I was a kid.
Okay, cool. Well, thanks for sharing.
Thanks for choosing Terra Brew. What can I get you?
Nothing for now. Infinity Limited. These are the guys that we're sort of backstabbing.
Welcome to Infinity Ltd's corporate headquarters.
Desi Zhang.
You'll need to contact someone directly if you need to schedule an appointment.
Okay, cool. Right, well, let's get this whole sort of egg thing sorted. So I'm not sure if we're gonna need to persuade this person to let go of the one that she bought. Could always buy it off her. Chunks. We're looking for chunks. Chunks wine. Let's have one.
Bulk items may require multiple levels of approval and can take up to several weeks for an official response. We apologize for any delay. Welcome to UC Distribution. Something I can do for you?
You bought an egg from a kid recently? I need it.
Who, Jordan? That kid's in here every other day with some random thing he found. Trying to get credits. Yeah, I took pity on him. Why, what is it?
Well, it's sensitive scientific equipment. Very important.
Oh, really? Well, you can have it back for what I paid for it, plus a little extra. Let's call it a convenience fee, shall we?
Can't you just give it to me? Oh, no. It's 100 creds. Fine, here you go.
Pleasure doing business with you.
I mean, literally peanuts at this point.
Come back if you need something else.
Cool. So we've got all of the, what were those? Sensors? So I guess we just need to go back and hand it all to the scientist. And you never know, maybe he's got a little bit more work for us after that. So let's turn it in. If not, then we can definitely just move on and we can try and do some other stuff. And I'm really interested in checking out Vlad's home. I'm not even sure where Vlad's home is exactly, but we're about to find out.
I need all of the biosensors if the data is to be of any use.
Yes, yes, I've got it all for you.
Data.
I've got all your sensors right here.
So you do. Wonderful. I'll just take these, and we'll see what they have to tell us. All right, we'll just upload the data. Give it a moment.
Oh, okay, so we come back to this guy and wait for his analysis, apparently. Okay, well, in that case, we might as well move on to something else. So let's see if we can visit Vlad's house. It doesn't say on here where the house might be located. Okay, in Surma. That's actually quite far away, isn't it? What level is this? 55. Which, I guess we are sort of under level for it, aren't we? Well, let's get ourselves to Cheyenne first. And hopefully from there, we can then jump again.
Hold while we scan your ship.
We're not sticking around anyway, so... yeah, we can jump to Hyla.
That's all we need. You're cleared for landing at Aquila City.
Coordinates are right on the money.
Alright, and I think from here we can maybe...
Civilian transport to unknown vessel. Please acknowledge. This is a commercial passenger transport liner wanting to alert you about hostiles in the system.
Do you need any assistance?
No, it gave our passengers a bit of a scare, but the ship's A-okay.
Space is never dull. Glad you made it out in one piece.
You and me both. Us friendlies have got to watch each other's backs out here. Safe travels, stranger.
Alright. And one more jump. Let's hope we don't find too much trouble out there, as we are a little bit under level, so that can be a little bit concerning. The enemies might hit a little bit harder.
Nice jump. We're right on target.
Sweet. Okay, so let's bring up the scanner. And let's just scan the planet first. It does actually have quite a lot of different materials to choose from here. Some not so critical though. I would think that you would want to choose like a more suitable planet for more critical materials. I think having another base somewhere where we can get iron regularly might not be a bad idea. But anyway, apparently Vlad has a villa over here. So we'll go and visit. And there's a deserted robotics lab as well. That might be interesting. Yeah, let's check in on Vlad's villa, see what's out there. I don't know if he just literally says, check it out, or if there's something that we need to actually investigate here. I can't exactly remember what he said when he was talking about his house. Alright, beautiful place, it seems. I might see if I can... Oh, okay, yep. Got a lot of clipping going on here. Fantastic, well done. Well done, Bethesda. Good work. Co.
Hey, good to see you.
You're with me.
I'm always up for adventure, friend.
Right, let's get out there then.
Have any new books for me?
We've never given her any books, have we? Oh man. It's hard actually to tell whether or not you've seen a book before when you actually come across it.
I set up an outpost on a planet like this once.
Hi. Please disregard. I attempted it.
It's a nice looking planet though. Plenty of greenery. Could be a potential for like a home base. How do we get up there though? Oh, maybe there's a pathway here. Yeah, okay, follow the lights. That might help. Right, question is, what are we doing here? A tree grows in New Atlantis. Mission updated. Okay, so I guess the analysis is complete, and I suppose there's nothing else here aside from just checking out Vlad's villa. Bit of a show-off, isn't he? He's got a outdoor barbecue set up with beer taps and stuff as well. Pretty good setup. Very nice. I mean, his place looks fancier than ours. That's for sure. Got some beer pong tables set up here as well. Swanky. Apparently we can take his stuff. He's got like a large TV there, that's kind of cool. Why can't we make large TVs for our own outposts?
Let me get this straight. Vlad lives here. They say crime doesn't pay. Yeah, right.
Well, crime definitely pays, isn't it? When you look at this place. Vladimir Sol, Slate 2. So he must have a few slates lying about. We'll take a look at them. We'll take his creds, since he doesn't seem to value the creds at all, and he's just leaving his creds unattended to. Well, let's listen in.
Memory's vault comes through on the exact time, but my career in the fleet took a turn as the UC stepped up its efforts. Not the first or last time they tried to wash the bloody tab. Caught a smile being with the crew whose captain took the challenge to play smart. If every breach and storm was a fight to the death, might as well make it for the highest stakes. And why not take the time to learn all the locks and bolts? Crack the systems that held the treasures? Learn the routes between stars that would become the best places to go. I never read so many books in my days as when I was gearing the brain for a heist. Soon enough, I found myself just reading whenever time's moments could spare.
Bit of a, maybe just autobiography or something like that. That was Slate 2 though. There must be a Slate 1 somewhere. He's got some kind of a basement. We'll check that in a moment. Let's check upstairs first. Got big collections of bones and rocks and other interesting things. Interesting if you're a biologist, paleontologist, or maybe a geologist. Yeah, swanky balcony. Oh, here's another slate. Slate 4.
Made too many promises to shine light on the details, but I cashed out from the fleet. Bought an old hauler and converted it into a flying traveler's inn. Even named it the Jolly Roger as a bit of history's chuckle. We sputtered around the settled systems as best we could, helping the helpless. A safe harbor for anyone who needed it. Eventually, retired from that as well. Had too much of the past, still needed burying. Didn't stop Sarah Morgan from finding me though. In her hunt for one of the historical relics I stole from the UC. Been a part of Constellation ever since. A third life in the making, and one with a mission worth the toil.
Okay, interesting. So he essentially, I guess after his days with the Crimson Fleet, maybe he felt guilty or something like that, but he decided to go around and lend a helping hand to those people in need, being a good Samaritan, really, with his ship, the Jolly Roger, Furious Advanced Razorback. Nothing too crazy here, but we can sell that. Slate 3.
When my former captain died, I knew my days with the fleet were marching to the cliff's end. I was already considered an old jack-o'-bones, scaring the new rooks on the fact that I was still alive. Grimm's laughing reminder that most of them wouldn't make it to my age. Tossing my youth away on gutting haulers for the fleet was one thing, but watching another generation doing the same, knowing where the end was for them, my mind started clocking hours on the point of it all. And that's when the beauty of the Blackest Sea started to catch me for the first time. Humanity's jaunt into the stars could use a friendlier meeting than gun and blade. And who could do better good out there than someone who had seen the darkest edges and lived to tip your ear to the tale?
He's got a point there. With a lot of years comes a lot of wisdom. For some, anyway. Not happens to everyone. Got another slate going on here. Slate 5.
Paid in full for this little piece of the settled systems to call my own. The pot is starting to boil over back at Constellation with all this work we're doing with the Eye, so this might be the last time I set eyes here for a spell. Don't really know if my faith holds strong to Barrett's idea of what these artifacts are, but the science sings true. How did I get here? A Crimson Fleet Rook turned old man astronomer, arguing with a physicist about what the stars themselves are. Got a smile on this life. Owe it all to the others that didn't make it to keep going.
Guess you would contemplate what's the meaning of all of this. He ended up with the right people, though. That's for sure. Return of the Interceptor. Just casually taking his stuff. Got any skeletons in the closet here, Vlad? Something locked. One thing that's concerning, though, is we haven't seen Slate 1 anywhere. I'm not sure where to find it. We've seen 2 all the way to 5, and it seems like 5 might be the last one. Unless I completely missed the Slate on our way up to his house. Maybe his Slate was somewhere on the outside. Let's just see if we can plan for the next layer before moving on. Okay, so this definitely goes on the outside. Yeah, okay, that works. Whoops, my bad. Undo. There we go.
Every time I see a lock, I wonder, what are you hiding?
Yes. What is Vlad hiding in here? Crix's journal entry number 3. Crew and companions permanently do 5% more weapon damage on top of any other bonuses. Ah. It's a very welcome permanent buff. I guess maybe he's keeping all of his old tools of the trade.
So Vlad made a mint in the fleet, but he can never really let his guard down. I'm not sure if it's worth the trade-off.
The Mutineer. Interesting. Take that. I don't know if I'll keep it though, it's only just a blue in terms of rarity. Galacticat. Alright, I think we're done here. Ooh, there's a little bit more. Plus 6 carry capacity for 5 minutes. We may as well. Because I am a little bit over encumbered right now. So hopefully for 5 minutes we can keep going. Oh yeah, we opened these before. Right. I think it's time to leave. Interesting to learn a little bit more about Vlad. Oh, here's his slate. Slate 1.
First gotten run I ever pulled was a large cargo freighter, hauling kitchen and cupboard, food and other goods meant for homes. A fine test for a rook back then. Nothing like feeling the key's belly to earn nods from the old knives. Went knuckle to bone with the freighter's crew straight away. Thought I was just eager to show myself off. Make sure my crew knew I was dangerous, even unarmed. Looking back, think I just wanted to know that I was taking the prize the fair one's way. Give them a chance to fight for it. But even telling yourself you're winning it from someone is a break on a dark road. Every take was a smile on my face, knowing that I was better, stronger. And quiet moments to feel guilt's reflection were easily shattered when you know the UC is always hunting you.
Yeah. So a collection of his slates, basically painting the picture of how he changed from brutal pirate to, I guess, explorer, astronomer. Let's go to the cockpit. I am a little bit keen on trying to let go of some of our stuff here. Let's plan out the next journey. So we've got the distress call, but I think instead of dealing with this distress call, we might head back to Jemison and see if we can talk to that scientist once more. Reason being is, well, that'll give us the opportunity to just sell our stuff either at the Trade Authority or at the trade kiosk. Okay. Before we talk to the scientist, I just want to go back and see if we can trade stuff. So I really don't want to have to carry all this stuff with me. Spaceport. If we have to, we'll also go to the well and sell stuff off at the well. Are we already encumbered? Yeah, I guess so. I guess time also speeds up when you grab jump and when you, you know, fast travel various locations. So maybe Jemison Mercantile would be a good place to offload stuff.
If it belongs, if you don't see what you want, feel free to ask. Oh, please, take a look.
So get rid of that. And I think we've got a few weapons that we could probably get rid of here. That kind of looks badass, but I feel like we could potentially achieve something very similar. I don't know. I don't know if this is like unique or not. Because you know when you play games like Cyberpunk, you might have similar weapons, but they're like unique or legendary weapons that you can't exactly get from anywhere else, and you would, you know, despite it being not as powerful, you might want to keep it, you know, just for the sake of having it as a collector's item. Anyway, that seems to have done the trick. We are at 183, so it's not bad. I'll probably get rid of like mines and stuff. Yeah, okay. Very good.
Appreciate the business.
Sweet. So let's head back and let's have a chat with that scientist. Or should we check in with the viewport for a sec? We might get some free booze. And who knows, maybe there's a continuation of the work.
Hey, I've got something for you. It's a little cut of the latest profits. Feels good to make some extra credits, doesn't it?
Oh, okay, so we're making some profit already. That's nice. But no booze. Have you heard any good rumors lately?
You know, I had a guy in here last week ranting that General Shao ought to send the Marines down into the well. I'm usually all for letting folks speak their mind, Most times it can't be helped after a few drinks. But that was just too much. Anybody stuck living in the well, it almost certainly isn't by choice. And things down there aren't that bad. Stop by anytime you'd like to catch up.
Cool. Yeah, we'll drop in every now and then, try and get our payments and also get some free booze. She did promise free booze every now and then, right? Since we've been helping her out so much. I wonder how her business is going though, and whether or not it's doing well. Because we are an investor after all. Should be keeping tabs on our investment.
I'm up for a little adventure.
Sweet. Alright. Let's check in with the scientist. I'm guessing he'll probably have something else for us to do. Either that or maybe a reward of some kind.
This data.
That tree's as big as the rock.
Well, there's good news and bad news. The good news is that my suspicions were correct. There is something wrong with the tree. I will report my findings to MAST immediately with no small amount of satisfaction. The phrase, "I told you so," may even be uttered more than once.
That doesn't sound like good news.
Well, from a certain point of view. In an admittedly somewhat selfish manner. The bad news, as it were, is that the internal composition of the tree is changing. In this particular case, the tree is now regularly emitting ultra-low frequency sound waves. They're nearly imperceptible now, but they're growing in strength. This is something we've never observed before. Depending on how large these waves grow, consequences for the city could be disastrous. I must consult with my colleagues in MAST at once. Thank you for your assistance. I hope these credits are adequate compensation.
Sweet. Okay. And there we go. That's the quest. Oh, it does say that we can check in on Kelton a little bit later, though. So... yeah, here. So we might do that. But obviously, we need to do that later. So, we've got the distress call in the Charybdis system. I think that's probably a good place for us to check out. Though, I am sort of interested in picking up some more powers. We've had the option to do that for a while now. So, why don't we do one of those, and that might round out this episode. So yeah, let's just work down the list here. Turner XA, or Turner 10A. Acquire the power. Let's do it.
I have things for you.
Alright, let's land.
We're locked in and landing.
Alright. We still have Sam tagging along here. Actually...
I must confess, the hum of a grav drive makes me feel alive.
let's just take a look at some of the stuff that we can ask him. Haven't exactly asked him a lot of questions recently. How are things going with Lillian?
Well, we managed an entire civil adult conversation the other day. I kept waiting for the fireworks. I was still waiting after she said goodbye. It was... different. Good different. Let's talk about something less awkward. Like bathroom hygiene.
Okay. Have you seen a lot of action?
I've seen my fair share of scrapes. Actually, a triple share with a massive bonus worth. Some folks say I'm the luckiest man alive after making it through some real whoppers. But the trick is to always keep a cool head. Impulsiveness, fear, adrenaline, all those will get you jumpy. You get too jumpy, your target could be 5 in front of you and you'll miss every time.
After all this is over, what's next for you?
There's no next. I want to be exploring until they pry the boots off my cold dead feet. I mean, Cora will go to university, and the price tag there is scarier than any jam we've been in. But for me, my truest love is the next star, the next horizon.
A true explorer at heart. Alright.
Next time.
Well, in that case, I might get you to just...
Lives get stuffy sometimes.
Oh, can we not tell him to stay with the ship? I guess we could just tell him to wait here. Though, we would have to come back and get him, though. Let's just go. So, scanner anomalies. Oh, well, I mean...
Just bracing. Kinda nice, though.
We probably don't even need to use the scanner, considering how clear everything is. You can pretty much see the temple off in the horizon. We'll try and scan stuff. Again, I'm not gonna focus on the scanning. But if we happen to bump into stuff, it's always nice. Okay, we are here. I don't really want Sam to...
I hope Cora doesn't get too much underfoot.
to sort of be in the way of us sort of grabbing the power. I can't remember if your companions follow you inside the temple. Anyway, I guess we can let him come in to the temple with us as well. If he really, really wants to. A hunting cricket. Okay, we'll leave him be. Let's try and find this entrance.
How long have these ruins been here? Millennia? So much we don't know.
Bloody Sam getting into trouble. Alright, here's the entrance. Yeah, he does actually follow us, doesn't he? Can we actually speak to him while he's, like, hovering?
Not bad. Not bad. Take it easy.
Okay, yep. Maybe one more. There we go. It almost feels like the visions are trying to show us some kind of a map. Oh god. Okay, I don't know what power we received there. Grav dash, I think. Manipulate gravity to propel yourself forward and briefly increase any damage you inflict. That sounds kind of cool.
I ain't never getting used to that.
Okay, that's pretty cool. And it doesn't cost too much either. But it's a dash forward. You can't dash sideways or anything like that. So yeah, you gotta sort of consider that. I feel like it's maybe a good power to have if you were really into melee combat. And if you had like some kind of a melee build. But yeah. Alright. Pretty good. Obviously that Starborn didn't stand a chance. They don't drop anything except for that sort of essence-y thing or whatever it is. So, which we haven't really even used one of. Anyway, I think I'm going to call this an episode here, guys. So hopefully you enjoyed this one. When we come back, I think we'll go back to Neon. We'll deal with the Ryujin Industries requests. Maybe we'll pick up the next request, but perhaps maybe we could put more Ryujin Industries stuff on ice and we can come back to the whole Armistice or Terramorph quest line here, War Relics. We need to go back to Hadrian. We could reveal to Hadrian potentially that her father's alive, or her genetic father is alive. Maybe. I don't know if they'll have like implications or anything like that, but anyway. Let us end this episode here. Again, guys, hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like, a dislike, or a comment or two down below. Stay true. I'll see you guys in the next one.